So straight to the topic of today. Today we will take a look at how we can protect resources from being deleted, and in addition to that, being edited or modified. So why is that important? That's important because once you start dealing with dozens of resource groups, a lot of resources, it's actually very easy to get confused and delete or modify a resource by mistake. And of course, we want to avoid such mistakes. And today we're going to present one such protection mechanism called locks. So let's quickly jump into the Azure portal. Here we have several resource group defined. We can navigate to one of those resource groups. And of course, navigate to a specific resource. Nothing special here. Now, I can very easily delete this storage account, provided that I have rights, the right permissions, but it's generally very easy. Yes, I do have to confirm the delete, but there's no problem for me to delete it. And just as easily, I can actually delete the whole resource group. And this could have been a nightmare if I did that by mistake. I mean, people get distracted. Yeah, it might sound funny, but this does happen. So the question is, how can we guard against those mistakes? And as the title suggests, of course, the solution is to use locks, at least one of the solutions. So here I can jump into this website, and let's say that I want to make sure that this resource doesn't get deleted. So in tabs on the left, I can search for the locks tab, and this is where I can define my locks. Of course, I can add a lock. I have to choose a name. For example, let's choose no delete, and then I have to choose the lock type. There are two lock types at the moment. Let's choose delete, and we'll get back to the other one later on. Once I choose delete, I can optionally provide some kind of note explaining why this lock is needed. All right, so now I have my lock, and if I try to delete this resource, it will say, whoops, all right, there's a lock defined on this resource, and you first have to delete the lock in order to delete this website. So with just a couple of clicks, we have eliminated the possibility of this website being deleted by mistake. So let's now take a look at the other type of lock. Again, we can just simply search for locks. And let's say that we want to experiment with the read-only lock. Again, we provide some kind of name, and in contrast to the delete lock, in addition to actually preventing anyone from deleting the specified resource, it also protects against any changes or updates of this resource. Let's say that I want to change some kind of property, and I've applied a read-only lock. As you can see, the update operation fails because there is a read-only lock defined. So what else can we do with resource locks? So far we have applied locks to specific resources in the resource group. The other possibility is to actually define a lock on the resource group level. So here I'm going to define a lock on the whole resource group, and I'm going to prevent this resource group from being deleted. Now that's very important because in many situations you're actually deleting, especially if you're experimenting, you're deleting whole resource groups, and that's a very common like pattern. And of course, you can delete something by mistake. So with this resource group lock in place, there's no way for you to delete this resource group. And of course, we can navigate to the locks and delete any of them if we don't need them anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much covers locks. I hope that this information was helpful. Thank you so much for your attention. Till next time. Bye bye.